Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Thomas Etschel and today I want to talk to you about PMax campaigns. But before we start, I wanted to say thank you for the over 500 subscribers here on YouTube. And if you're not a subscriber yet, you can definitely subscribe now because then you won't lose any valuable Google Ads content that I will share in the next few weeks here on YouTube. Now let's talk about PMax campaigns. What are PMax campaigns? That are obviously Google's automated campaign types, just like demand gen. And they run on all Google Ads inventory. So they run on networks like Search, Display, YouTube, Gmail, and Discover. And you can only use them with Google Smart Bidding, max conversions, conversion value, target ROAS, or target CPA. And they came out 4 years ago. They have been a bit controversial because Google did not allow us to control much of this campaign, meaning that we did not have negative keywords. We could not really target our audience because PMax is just running on signals. We also could not exclude placements, and now lately Google has given us a bit of control back. They're doing some good updates that help us PPCers to control much more of our PMax campaigns. Now I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna show you what kind of things you need to take into consideration when you create a PMax campaign. If you want to create a PMax campaign, you can select different objectives, for example, sales, leads, website traffic, or even a local shop with promotions. And then you will have the campaign type PMax. So if you create it, PMax is obviously working for lead gen and e-com. If you are e-com account, I'm just on my demo account, then you can link your merchant center. And then you can create the campaign name, and now I say continue. Now here we have the bidding strategy, the engine that is fueling your PMax campaign. If you have conversion action with values, then you can use conversion value here. And if you don't have conversion action with values, then you can select conversions. And if you know how much a conversion should cost you, you can set a target CPA. And if you're an e-com or a lead gen with conversion action and values, you can set a target ROAS here. And then here you need to know how much a PMax can cost you in order to set a target ROAS. If you want to adjust your biddings for new customers, you can set it up here. And if you just want your PMax to go on only new customers, then you have to click here and then obviously need to have a first party data list with 1000 active members in order to tell Google, hey, those are already my clients, please exclude them from my PMax campaign. If you want your PMax non-brand campaign really just go to acquire new customers and can be really good also to help you get more revenue. Here is a really important thing in locations, because by default, Google is including in your location option people who are in your location and people who are interested in your location. So Google is really smart here to not give you the option to choose when you set up the PMax. But once your PMax campaign is set up, you can go to your campaign settings, location option settings, and then click just on people in your location areas. Because if you have now Spain here, then the whole world will be targeted if they're looking for something in Spain. So that's really, really a good optimization lever that you need to know when you have a PMax campaign. If you have a PMax campaign running and you forgot about location options, now go back to your PMax campaign and check your location options and put it to people in your location, because you will cut a lot of wasted ad spend. Then languages, here you put obviously your language. Here a very important thing, asset optimization, that's ticked on by default. So here you need to think if you really need text customization. If you have a good text and good headlines, good description, you don't need any customization from Google. For example, if you want the final URL traffic on, that gives Google access to send traffic to all your URLs on your site and not the ones that you want to target. So if you have a landing page for PMax, you created a new landing page and want to put traffic on your new landing page because the conversion rate is higher, for example, then you cannot tick final URL on. You have to untick it, because if not, your landing page is not relevant anymore and Google Ads sends traffic to all your URLs where they think people might convert. So yeah, you should have it off. And also here videos, if you have good video creatives, then you don't need any enhancement. Also, if you have short videos, then yeah, you don't need any shorter video cuts from Google itself. So you can also put this off. More settings, you can obviously have ad schedule. That's really good if you're a B2B, for example, company. Then you can just use the opening hours of your business, start dates and end dates, URL options if you want to track some parameters. And obviously, if you have some good page feeds that you want to specifically target, then you can upload them here, and then Google will not send traffic to other URLs if you have final URL expansion on. And another one is obviously brand exclusions, one of the nice ones, because PMax was running 3 years on a lot of brand traffic, and PPCers just said, come on, but brand traffic normally has so much high ROAS, so that's why it's inflating our results on PMax campaigns. Then Google gave us back brand exclusions, where you can exclude your brand traffic, so your PMax is just acting as a non-brand campaign. And yeah, this is really good because you don't have diluted reportings on ROAS and CPA. Then once we have this here, you obviously go to the asset generation. This one, yeah, you can put your final URL and then Google will give you some suggestions. Not really working great so far. Here you put final URLs, headlines, long headline, which is also important, descriptions. One is short with 60 and then here we have more descriptions with 90. Required one short description, one normal description, one long headline, and 3 headlines. Those are required. And then obviously logo, business name. You can link a YouTube video here. If you don't have a YouTube video, Google will create a video automatically for you. So be careful. Be really careful here. You can have nice site links, call to actions that you can really customize here. And then you have also more options for new assets, promotions, prices, calls, structured snippet, lead form callouts, and very important also path for search. For example, here you can put your keywords. For example, if you have a shoe shop, then you put here shoe store, shoe and store. Now here you can use also final URL for mobile traffic. If you need to target a different URL, you can also create URL rules or specify which URL from page feed you want to use for your ads. So it's basically like a DSA campaign. You can go here and create URL rules, add URL rules, or even custom labels. And the very important part are our targeting signals. So PMax is running not on normal targeting as you're used to in display campaigns or YouTube campaigns, but it just runs on signals. So one of those signals are search themes. Those are words or phrases that your search network inside PMax is targeting. They behave kind of like phrase match keywords, and they are not taking prioritization over your parallel search exact match keywords. So if you have a search campaign running with exact match keywords, those keywords will take prioritization over your PMax. So they are not messing around with your signals here. So here you can, for example, use search themes of, let's say, the best performing search terms that you see in your search campaigns, and you can add them here. And very important, those are just signals that you provide for the algorithm in order to say, hey, Google algorithm, for the search part in my PMax campaign, please try to get searches that are similar to the ones that I'm telling you here. Now, another part is the audience signals. You can add your different audience signals here inside. You can use first party data. A very interesting part are the in-market audiences, where you can look for people that are already looking for something actively. And then you can also use demographics. If you have, for example, shoes that are just sold for females, then you can untick male and unknown to be sure that you just target females. Age targeting, you can use additional demographics, and then you can use the audience name. Once you have all this, you can go to the budget section, put your custom budget that you want to, and then click on next and then publish your campaign. Yeah, as I said before, Google PMax is tricking you when you create a new PMax campaign and then you select the location, because it does not show you the location options, which are really important in order to really have a location targeting. Once you publish your PMax campaign that you set up in your Google Ads, you have to go to the campaign settings, and then under locations, you will find your targeting location that you selected before. But now you need to open the location options, and you will see that Google by default selects presence or interest. So that means that you're targeting the whole world that are interested in Italy or that are present in Italy. But normally you just want people in your location. So that's why you need to click here presence. So right now, if you click on save, then you will just have a correct location targeting for your PMax campaign. And please, if you run PMax and you forgot about it, go now to PMax campaigns and make this right, because that's really important. And this can waste so much ad spend, and this will increase your performance by a lot. Yeah, as I said before, Google PMax is tricking you when you create a new PMax campaign and then you select the location, because it does not show you the location options, which are really important in order to really have a location targeting. Once you publish your PMax campaign that you set up in your Google Ads, you have to go to the campaign settings, and then under locations, you will find your targeting location that you selected before. But now you need to open the location options, and you will see that Google by default selects presence or interest. So that means that you're targeting the whole world that are interested in Italy or that are present in Italy. But normally you just want people in your location. So that's why you need to click here presence. So right now, if you click on save, then you will just have a correct location targeting for your PMax campaign. And please, if you run PMax and you forgot about it, go now to PMax campaigns and make this right, because that's really important. And this can waste so much ad spend, and this will increase your performance. I hope you liked this video about PMax, and I will upload once a week on Thursdays. See you in the next round.